Okay, here we are for another episode on calculations involving annuities. Now, Carson and Michaela purchased an item valued at $211,000. They paid $16,880 down and financed the rest at 3.85% compounded annually. To reduce the amount owing to $52,174 at the end of 5 years. What size of equal payments must Carson and Michaela make at the end of each month? What size of each payment? Well, that is what we need to compute. We need to compute the payment. All right, that is correct. We need to do that. Now, what is the payments are made? Oh, size of equal payments made at the end of each month. So PY is 12. Compounding is annually. So CY is 1. Interest rate is 3.85. As you can see right up there, that is the interest rate. Now we come to the present value. What is the present value? Well, the value of the item is $211,000, but they paid 16,880. So we'll need to do a bit of subtraction, but let's go one step at a time and let's put in the PY and CY. But first, as you notice, previously or as you can see right now, we are in the begin mode. So we need to get to the end mode because these payments are made at the equal payments made at the end of each month. So there is the word of interest, end. So second BMT, second enter. Now we're in end mode. So there is no display and we quit. Now we can enter PY and CY. So we do what we know, second IY, PY is 12, so we enter the number, we put in 12 and then we must click on enter. Right, CY is 1, so we click on 1 and then we click on enter. And we can check CY is 12, CY is 1, and with that we can quit. All right, N. Number of years. Well, it's 5 years. So let's go 5 years. 5, second, N. And 5 times 12 gives us the 6 that we multiply by PY. That is why we're getting 60. IY is 3.85, so let's enter that number, 3.85. That is IY. So there we are. And what else do we need? The present value. Okay, so for the present value, we must take the value of the item to be purchased and subtract how much is paid or the down payment. So let us do just that. We go 211,000, then we subtract 16,880. And that gives us the number, the amount of money that's been borrowed, 194,120. And we could put in the decimal 00. Okay, payment is what we need to compute. Remember, the payment at the end of each month. So they would like to reduce the debt to $52,174. So this amount of money will be owing, and that would be the future value. All right, now we have to look at some further instructions. Enter the present value as positive. Okay, so that is correct. We have it positive. Now enter payment and future value as positive or negative based on the present value being positive. Now, if the present value is positive, right? That is what this statement is saying. Then we know previously that future value has to be negative. So we must be careful when we're entering these numbers. Now I got up to here, but I didn't enter the value for the present value. Okay, payment we're computing. The future value we must enter 52174 plus minus, enter it into the future value, and now we can compute the payment. The payment works out to be negative, yes. So in this case, we have to obey the instructions and we have to put the payment, sorry, in as negative, right? And hopefully it's correct. All right. So now the size of each payment. Yes, now normally it is enter positive. So we're entering this very number that we see up here, right? We can take that number, we put it down here. There we are. But it has to be positive here. It can be negative. Well, it has to be negative because present value is positive. Future value has to be negative because present value is positive. So the payment will come out as negative. And let's submit the question. And as we can see, it is correct. So there we are. So those are the numbers. And there is the question. Okay. So that brings us to the end of another episode of calculations with involving annuities.